I'd have to start over again. But no, it's fine. I'm just not going to curve it over. There's nothing really I can do at this point. I'm not going to start it over. So, oops, I guess. Oh well, I guess I'll just still put this edge on here and I'll just not have that rounded is all. Yeah, oh well, sorry about that, but I just figured I'd explain that quick. So okay, now I'm going to glue on the magnets here. Okay, well I'm waiting on this one to dry here. I told you about my last dilemma, but I'm not going to worry about that yet. You can see I am waiting for the glue to dry on the magnets. Again, I'm using the 30-minute epoxy. So while we're waiting on that, I still need to glue in the magnets for this, so I wrote that in there so I wouldn't forget, because I'm kind of forgetful. So there's the magnets. While we're waiting on that, I'm going to start on these two swords. So again, we're going to take this one down. Make sure I don't hit the fan this time. Yeah, I didn't hit this time. I'll lay this down. And again, line this up. And this will give me my measurements for this sword. This sword goes a little bit above and beyond here. I'm not going to go too far because these two, when they're together on the back, they'll actually click together and they'll form the back edge. They're not going to be separate. They're going to be together. Yeah. So I'm going to start on these two. I got this one to lay out the base pattern of what I'm going to do here. So let's start that. Okay, real quick, while my glue is drying, I set this on here because I realized that this tip has to extend up past this. So this has to go up and then down. So I laid this on here real quick and I'm going to draw the angle that I want. I'll probably have to move this down a bit. Draw the angle that I want and then cut it out. So just so you know that part. So my glue is still drying, it's not going to dry yet, but I just thought I'd figured I'd tell you that. So. Okay, we started working on this sword here. As you can see, I have it drawn out, I have it cut out, and I've marked the notches out of it. I started to do that. I've got to cut this out yet, and I've got to cut this tab off at the back here. But that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just showing that to you. That's what we're doing, and we're still waiting for the glue to dry back there, somewhere back there. So we're waiting on that, so this is what we're doing. So we need to do 4 of these, and then we have to create the top edge of that. This is actually on mine. It's going to be a real shallow edge to it, or point. Not this point, but this up here. It's just going to be real shallow because this has got to sit flat on that edge here, but also it has to be flat coming up. It's just going to be and then come straight up. And I'll show you all that once I get it all figured out myself. So I'll show that to you by what I mean. So go ahead and start this. Okay, so we got all 4 of these edges cut out. As you can see, oh no you can't. As you can see now, I've got one edge lined up. Like I was saying before, I'm going to attempt, I've got the other one on here, to bring the edge just slightly so it's still going to be almost a straight up. So it's going to be straight, and then the whole back edge will be just a straight. They'll come together and it'll be just a straight piece. That's what I'm going to try to do now. If I didn't measure, if I didn't explain, this is also a 4 inches, so the back is going to be a 4 inches blade. It's going to stick just a little bit past our base here, but I'm going to live with that because it's just the handle going down here, and you won't actually notice. I mean, you shouldn't actually notice, but that's what I'm about to do. Is I'm going to cut 4 of those out. And you can see I've got my piece right here. I'm almost out of plastic, and this is a 4x8 sheet of plastic, but I think we'll just have enough to create the entire sword. So what we're going to do is, if you don't know, which you should, because all my plans, which I will, this piece here, it's not straight out from this. It actually angles up more. It almost creates a triangle right in here, which the triangle will bend in to create the tip. So let's get on that. Alright. Show this to you quick. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. It's late. It's yeah, it's like almost 2 in the morning, and I've been up. I've been working. Sorry. Okay, anywho, as you can see, this actually will be angled down into that, so that's our triangle there. This got started to cut out that goes all the way down, and that will be one side of the blade. Now it'll be folded in. I need to create 4 more of these. Okay, now we've got all 4 of these pieces cut out. So now we gotta glue them. Oops, wrong one. Glue them up to here to create the blade. Oh, excuse me. I'm going to use the same method I did to create this angle here and the angles that we did on that sword back there. We're going to take our good old familiar piece of metal that we did, except you can see this time I bend it slightly more, so it's not as much of an angle. I mean, that's all the angle we're going to have on this sword, so it's not a lot. But when we put this up here, I don't know if you can tell, but it basically will go straight up, like I'm always saying. I know I repeat. But that'll go straight up on both edges. So both swords will come up, meet up, and it'll have a nice, hopefully a nice edge on the back here. So, give me that. Sorry, I had to play with my magnets. So let's do that. So we're going to glue those edges on here. And hopefully get both of our swords, both of these swords done here. So let's do this. Okay, now we got one edge done here, as you guys can see. And if I hold this up to the sword here, you can see that this is, let's see if that'll stay. You can see how that edge is flat, but this edge stays right straight up. So when I put both of them together, it'll be right together. So there's one. Yeah. I have 3 more to do, and I'm actually got like out of glue sticks, and I had 100, as you guys can see. Yeah. We still have to glue on the magnets, obviously. We still have to create the tip, and again, you will want to take some silicone and seal up this edge after you're done with your hot glue, unless you feel confident with your hot glue seal. But I like to play it safe, so I'm gonna take some silicone. I'm doing the other ones. I'm gonna seal this up so I can keep it moving. So we're gonna seal that up, and we're gonna start another edge. Fun. No. All right. Show this to you real quick. You can see I both have the swords done. They're both glued together, and they're both siliconed to seal them up. Unfortunately, though, I'm out of glue sticks, so I'm done for tonight. And plus, it's now about 4 o'clock in the morning, so I've been working on this for a while. I still have to do both of the other sides, and I still have to put them together and then fill them with foam again. We're going to fill these with foam almost exactly like we did with the main sword. So that's what we've done right now, and now we need some more glue sticks, and you should be at the same spot that I am if you're following along. So, alright. Okay, we're still putting together this sword here. I just put this tip on here, and as you can see, it is pretty much just a basic triangle. And that glues, like as you can see, right in there. Create the edge. It's a little warped, but that'll be fixed. Once you glue both half together, you can put them together and make it look nicer. So we're going to put this on this one, and we're going to glue our other 2 halves together, because you remember last night I ran out of glue sticks. So I got to glue these together yet, and do the same thing. So put all those together. Okay, we're still doing these swords. Now that I've got all 4 of them glued together, you can see the other 2 way over there. Got all of them glued together, all the tips are on. Now the next step I'm going to do is put the magnets on. Hopefully this is going to be pretty. I'm going to take these off, I'll lay these down. I'll show you this real quick. Set them down. Hard to do. Ow! Oops. Okay. Oh, let me get this. There we go. Okay, drop the magnet. Whatever. Okay, then you would want to hold your sword up here, and then you put magnets back on, and here, let me do this real quick. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, now you see that we've positioned it. This is